Which leads me into our next topic, because I had an issue. I had an issue at this party as well. So the next topic is about split dance floors. And the issue with split dance floors is I had a really good mixture of people. I thought initially when I saw the guests arriving, I thought that it was majority young people and then some sprinkles of older people. But as I looked closer in that crowd of people that I showed you earlier, there was a little bit more older people and stuff at this event. And not just your typical older people. Like, these are like doctors, lawyers, people, established people and stuff are your older people here. So you had, remember I told you about that table that was in the corner? Well, the table that was in the corner had a gentleman and a young lady who I never got their names and don't care to know it. Who just, I don't know if they just weren't happy with life, but they just couldn't find happiness in what I was doing. So I have, usually I told you that the bride only wanted like 30 minutes of older music. And then after that, we go in hard. Now, I know you guys are all going to say in the chat, whoever paid you, you need to go by that. I get it. But I've got two older people. One woman asked me for a song. I didn't have the song. I don't remember what it was. It was some old song. And she was already out there dancing. And I think I captured it on video. But she was doing this number right here in front of the DJ booth and trying to get my attention. And I kid you not, every 3 to 5 minutes, she would come ask for the song. And I told her, if I have it, I will try to get it on as fast as I can, the typical answer. And she just kept coming and kept doing that, trying to get my attention. So then she asked a gentleman that kind of looks like this guy right here, the larger guy with the bald head. I mean, he favors him and stuff. He came over and said, "Could you please play this song for this lady?" So I stopped, right there. I typed it in. I said, "Sir, I don't even have that song." And he said, "Oh, thank God." And he went back over there, told her, and that like ruined her night almost. Like I think she almost sat down for like the rest of the night. But she had a friend over there as well. Now this guy had, I noticed that every time I saw him, he had a drink in his hand. And the drink was a different color every single time I saw him. So he was drinking multiple things. Well, when I got into the deeper portion of the evening, and I was deep into the bride's music and booty shaking music and hip hop and all this stuff, I'm deep. I know you guys know what I'm about to say. He asked for an old song. He asked for anything classic rock. And I told him, I was like, I did play some classic rock and stuff earlier, but we're going to keep things moving in this direction because the majority of the people who are dancing are the younger people. And he pulls out a $20 bill, puts it on the table, said, "If you play that next, just yours." And he walks away. Well, immediately it's mine because you put down the $20. So, I'm taking it and throwing it over there. I don't care. And because there was song after song after song after song after song that kept going and he still didn't hear classic rock, he proceeds to, when he walks over to get another drink, I could see him out of the corner of my eye and he's doing this number right here. "You won't play a classic rock song tonight at any point. I know you won't. And it's because you don't like it. You hate it." He was saying stuff like that. He was ranting. He was ranting for no reason at all. I swear to you, no reason. And I'm just like, I am totally ignoring this guy. Like I'm still head down DJing. Like I totally ignore this guy. But I say all that to say the bride comes over to me like shortly after, and I don't tell her about it because it's not, it's not something she should be concerned with. But I just told her, I just said, a few people want me to kind of play some older music. And she told me, she looked at me right in my face and she told me, I don't care what they asked you. I do not leave this type of music. Do not leave it the rest of the night. I said, bet. And we went on. The problem with split dance floors to me is that I keep running into these older folks who feel like, oh, it would be good to hear this, but these younger folks who are like, I'm kind of tired of hearing that. And their music that they want is usually the music that they hear at every wedding, that they're comfortable hearing at every wedding. But the younger crowd wants to hear some good stuff, some stuff that you probably particularly like, some stuff that they like, some stuff that they listen to, back when, that is their throwbacks and stuff now. Like they're done with all the parent type music. And every wedding I give a certain section of the parent type music because you have to. It's going to be, unless every single guest is 35 and younger, you're going to have to give the older crowd, that type of music. You're going to have to give them something. Now, how long you give them is what makes the difference between you and the next guy. Because some older DJs like to kind of stay in these categories and go for like a full hour. I'm not giving the older crowd a full hour of the night. I'm just not. The most you will get from me is probably about 45 minutes. And that's a stretch because normally you're only getting 20 minutes, maybe even 15. Because I'm trying to give you classics, slow songs that you like, some slides if you need to, classics, slow song if you like. And that usually runs, right about that 15 to 20 minute range. That's usually what you're going to get from me. And then after that, I'm going to take the energy up and then slowly come down, maybe jump back up again, come all the way down, come back up. But we're not switching to classics anymore. Don't ask me in the last hour of the night to play Mustang Sally. It's not going to happen. It just won't. Don't ask me at the last hour of the night to play some, what did that guy ask me for? The Temptations, My Girl. We're not doing that in the last hour. And people don't understand that. People just feel like, I'm putting in a request, you should play what I'm asking. And I'm like, nah, my guy, that is not how that works. And I'm here to tell you right now, we're not doing that. We're not doing that at all. So, I say all that to say it is tough out here, guys. I know it's tough, but in 2024, we're going to be a little bit more cautious and stuff about who gets to say so and stuff in here, because I think we have this mentality in our heads as DJs that, the people who pay is the one who gets to decide. But let's take that into consideration and put that on yourself and say, okay, so your parents pay for your wedding. Do they get to dictate your music? They're not dictating mine. The fact that you paid for the wedding is a gift to me. You don't get the whole night. So my couple is where I'm going. It just has to be. In 2024, we got to give the couple more than what the older folks and the parents and, people who say they pay and stuff like that. Like, I get it. You paid for it. That's great. You also pay for the cake and stuff. What they got to ask you permission to eat the cake? You pay for the food. We got to wait for that. You pay for the bar, the venue. Does the venue do what you ask them to do? Because I know that at the end of the night, you better be out of there or they going to be your daddy. So, like I said and stuff, man, we got to take back the narrative of giving the customer who paid what they want when these clients and stuff. These kids are it's their day. It's whatever they would like to have done. This is not the parents' day. So let me know in the comments what you guys think about that. You know, I don't want to get off into a rant because I will quickly get into a freaking rant and stuff about that. I will quickly get in a rant and stuff about that. So that's neither here nor there.